Today, we're digging into the enormous new media deal that's completely shaking up the NBA. And trust me, this is about a lot more than just money. It's about the future of how we all watch sports.
So, let's just start with the number that blew up everyone's feed, a jaw-dropping $76 billion. Now, to put that into perspective, this new deal, which kicks in after the 2025 season, is nearly 3 times bigger than the last one. Just a massive, massive jump.
But this isn't just about a bigger paycheck for the league. We're talking about a whole new cast of characters. You've got streaming giants like Amazon and a returning NBC jumping into the mix right alongside Disney. This is going to completely change where and how you watch basketball for the next decade. It's a seismic shift away from that traditional cable setup we've all gotten used to.
Okay, but here's the thing. That huge $76 billion number, it's not even the most interesting part of this deal. The real story, the real strategy, is in the timeline. Why lock this in for 11 years? Well, let's get into it.
All right, first up, let's put ourselves in the NBA's shoes. For the league, this is all about playing the long game. It's about securing a stable financial future in what is a very, very unpredictable media landscape.
And this right here really shows you the strategic pivot. You see, the old deal was pretty much anchored to traditional TV. This new, longer deal, it's like a diversified investment portfolio. The NBA is hedging its bets across broadcast with NBC, good old cable with Disney, and the future of streaming with Amazon. It's a move from having one big anchor to having 3 different kinds of life rafts.
And what this all boils down to is one really key decision. The NBA chose long-term certainty over chasing the absolute highest dollar possible in a shorter deal. By locking in these guarantees for 11 years, they're cashing in on the fact that live sports are one of the last truly scarce things on TV. And by doing that, they instantly make every single team in the league more valuable and way more stable.
You know, the finance folks have a perfect term for this. They call it annuity quality revenue. And really, all that means is that the NBA has just guaranteed itself a steady, predictable paycheck for the next 11 years. It's a brilliant move to cut down risk and just get rid of financial uncertainty for a long, long time.
So at the end of the day, this isn't just about next year's budget. It's a foundational move. It strengthens the league's entire balance sheet and basically rewrites the base valuation of every team for more than a decade to come. Okay, so let's flip the script and look at the other side of the table. Why on earth would companies like Disney, NBC, and Amazon commit to such a massive, long-term expense? Well, it's probably not for the reason you think.
This quote right here gets to the absolute heart of it. For these media partners, this is a strategic, defensive play. You know, most analysts don't even expect them to make a direct profit on a per-game basis. That's not the point.
The reality is, the rules of the media game have completely changed. It's no longer just about winning the ratings on a Tuesday night. Now, it's all about keeping your subscribers from canceling, right? It's about engagement, it's about retention, and making money from both subscriptions and ads.
The NBA is an anchor. It's that must-have programming that stops people from hitting the unsubscribe button on Peacock or Prime Video. It helps protect their whole business from what people in finance call the melting ice cube of traditional media. They're using the NBA to slow down that melt.
Okay, so we've covered the league, we've covered the networks. What does this massive deal actually mean for you, the fan, sitting at home just trying to watch a game?
You might want to get your calendar ready because the old predictable schedule, it's gone. Nationally televised games are now going to be spread across a bunch of different platforms, almost every single day of the week. You'll have Mondays on Peacock, Tuesdays and Sundays on NBC, your classic Wednesday doubleheader on ESPN, and then Thursdays and Fridays on Amazon Prime. It's a whole new world.
And yeah, let's be honest, the biggest change for fans is that finding games is going to take more work, and it's almost certainly going to cost more money. If you're a diehard fan who wants to see it all, you're going to have to piece together a whole bunch of different subscriptions.
But it's not all bad news. There's actually a pretty big silver lining here for a lot of people. The number of games you can watch on free over-the-air broadcast TV on channels like ABC and NBC, that's going to jump from about 15 a year to roughly 75. That is a huge win for accessibility.
So let's just pull back for a second and look at the big picture. This whole complex, expensive, 11-year deal, it's all built on one single, incredibly powerful idea.
It's what's called a structural bet. And the idea is pretty simple. In a world where you can stream literally anything you want at any time, what actually becomes valuable? The answer is scarce live events.
Live sports are one of the few things left that you really can't replicate or just watch later. So, when you look at the whole board, you see that both the league and the media giants are playing the exact same long game. They are all betting that the unique, unifying power of live sports is the most valuable thing they can have to anchor their businesses for the next decade and probably beyond. And this leaves us with a final thought. In an age where everything is fragmented and we're all in our own little content bubbles, this deal is a massive bet that the basketball court might just be one of the last great campfires we all decide to gather around together.